Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. I'm still exploring Illium here, so let's go around.
Listen, I know the data is vital to the Kurosa family. Nasana Dantius didn't give us time to pack. I'm lucky I got out at all. Her mercenaries were starting to shoot. If she lets us back in, I'll get it, I promise. If not, well, we'll just have to hope. Excuse me, I'm on an important call.
Serena?
Who wants to know?
Name's Shepard. Liara Tassoni said you might have information on Thane Krios.
Tana, cover for me. Over here. Yeah, I know who Thane Krios is. I might have passed him some information, but I didn't hire him. What do you want to know?
Maybe you could help me find him?
I can tell you, but you won't stop him. When he contacted me, I checked up on him. The man never gives up on a job. I ran security for Nasana Dantius. Then I found out she was having people killed to cover up her dirty secrets. She fired me when I confronted her. Her loss. I might have been good enough to stop Thane from taking her down.
Why does that name sound familiar?
She was a representative on the Citadel a few years ago.
Right. She had me kill her sister, the slaver.
I thought that was just a rumor. Well, you know what she's capable of then. She has even more power here in Nos Astra. She uses it to keep her friends in check, and her enemies dead.
If you work there, you must have an idea what his opposition will be.
Eclipse mercs. High-tech killer. Undisciplined, but very well-equipped. They don't much care who they kill, as long as they're paid for it. Thane has quite a reception waiting for him. I told him all I knew. He didn't seem worried.
So where do I find Thane?
The Dantius Towers. Penthouse level of Tower 1. There's a second tower, still under construction. If Thane is smart, he'll go in from there.
It doesn't sound like Nasana's just gonna let me in.
She's as smart as she is paranoid. No one's getting in or out of there without a fight. I can get you in, but you'll only get one shot. You'd better be ready.
You're just offering your help? No strings attached?
You're going to look for Thane. Nasana's mercenaries will try to stop you. At the least, you'll distract her guards. Take a little fire, give Thane a clear shot. I didn't hire him to kill Nasana, but I won't shed any tears when she gets what's coming to her.
Do you know anything else about Thane?
Not much. He did say that he's not doing the hit for money. Nobody hired him. I wanted to know who I was helping, and he said he's doing this job on his own. That he had to restore the balance of his life. I don't know. Maybe he's crazy. If he takes down Nasana, I don't care why he does it.
I'll be back in a bit.
I'll be here, but I wouldn't wait too long.
I'll explore the rest of the district before I commit to any major missions.
Illium is the gateway to the Traverse, but is that gate open too wide? Investment think tanks are noting concerns that new
Trust me, the goods coming in from the Terminus systems are great for business.
I don't know, some of them seem dangerous.
That's the whole point. Danger means more contract work for us.
it will cost.
For example, you know that new drug, the one that causes permanent neural scarring?
That's horrible.
There's a 12-page contract for shipping, then a waiver for use. I charged for 50 hours, plus overtime.
There's a recall notice.
You can sell something that dangerous with just a contract and a waiver?
These are the Terminus systems. Everything's dangerous, and everything's for sale. Either we tax and monitor it to keep some control, or the smugglers get a monopoly.
Safety is
I don't
important.
know, that still sounds like an awful thing to legalize.
All the dangers are right there on the package. It's legally required.
Who reads labels, though?
So consider it a way to weed out the people too stupid to know their limits.
Sometimes you say these things, and I don't know. Maybe it's because you had a Batarian father.
Wow, you're pulling that on me? My father was an excellent caretaker. And you're...
The word you're looking for is pure blood.
Hey, we're friends. I have never called you that.
No, but you're thinking about it. You think it was easy growing up pure blood? I did some stupid things to get away from the taunts. The stupid drug users you're laughing at, I might have been one of them.
I didn't mean... Okay, look, I'll take another look at the contract. Maybe it needs to be reclassified.
Forget it, do whatever you want.
Trust me, the goods coming in from the Terminus systems are great for business.
I don't know, some of them seem dangerous.
That's the whole point. Danger means more contract work for us.
I'm telling you, relax. Thax will never notice a few missing pieces. No, I can't get in. Because it's a crime scene. It's all locked down. Eclipse mercs, some Justicar, I don't know. Nobody is ever going to see the extra merchandise, which is why we're going to be rich. I'm on a call.
Okay, this is one of the terminals that Liara wants me to hack.
You're sure gateway weapons and armor are good enough for Eclipse?
Yeah, I've got a friend in Eclipse. She told me what I needed to get.
Good. I'm pretty good at bypassing firewalls. Maybe they're looking for techs. What about you? Going to try and make it as a commando?
Why not? Every Asari has biotics. Might as well use them, right? Damn, that's a hell of a sniper rifle.
If you say so. It's just, we're looking for weapons. Shouldn't you be taking this seriously?
Hey, I'm 60 years old and finally out of my parents' house. And Eclipse girls never lack for, company.
You could get killed.
What about you?
I'm almost 20. My genetic stats are average, and my clan has little political power. For a good reproduction contract, I'll need money. Eclipse might be fun for you. For me, it's the future. My clan's breeding strategy is at stake.
Don't Solarians think about anything besides breeding?
Don't even start with me. You're sure gateway weapons and armor are good enough for Eclipse?
Can I help you with something?
I talked to an old friend, Conrad Verner. You told him that the Eternity Lounge was selling red sand.
Oh, you're Conrad's friend. Yes, that place is really dangerous. I should know. I'm an undercover cop. Did you get me the deed to the bar? I need the deed to, stop the red sand dealers.
I softened up the bar owner, but you need to go in and finish them off.
Really? Are you sure?
Absolutely. You just need to close the deal. Go in, be tough, and let them know you're with me. They'll hand the deed right over.
Wow, great. Here, I'll set you up for a discount. Thanks for the help.
Yeah, I'll return there and see that wrap up.
For example, you know that new drug, the one that causes permanent neural scarring?
That's horrible.
There's a 12-page contract for shipping. Then a waiver for you.
Whether constructing single-use equipment or breaking down salvaged gear, be there for you. There's some problems Omnigel can't solve. For everything else, there's Cision Technology, division of Elcos Company. Are you okay? You seem touchy. It's not biotic neural itching, is it? I've tried everything. Don't let anyone know, but I had the same thing. It hurt.
Do you have anything flashier? I want something that says, I own this room.
A Batarian trading group has announced plans to sue the Citadel Council. The Batarians claim that slavery is an inextricable part of their caste system, and that by limiting the slave trade, the Council is violating their cultural rights. The indentured servitude market closed down 3 points, with representatives decrying the unwanted controversy.
Wow. So apparently the Batarians claim that practicing slavery is like their cultural heritage or whatever, and by infringing on it you're being culturally insensitive.
Damn it, this is just a misunderstanding!
Tell it to the judge. My surveillance vids caught your extortion attempt from 4 different angles.
I was misled! I was told that you had agreed to sell!
Take her away, before I have my bartender throw her out.
happened? The undercover cop from the weapons kiosk just got arrested.
To be honest, I feel it's wrong to lie to him. Like, wouldn't that just reinforce his delusion that he's some kind of a great undercover agent? I don't think I'm going to do it. I think it's stupid and wrong, and possibly dangerous.
She wasn't a cop. She was using you to try to take over this bar.
What? No. But she said, but she was pretty and blue. She wanted to get coffee, and she smiled when she said coffee. I'm pretty sure it was a euphemism. I screwed this up, didn't I? I screw everything up. Damn it, I'm so stupid. Who was I to think I could do what you do?
You did fine. Thanks for holding the reins while I was gone. It's good to know that someone cared.
Really?
Really. You did a great job, Conrad. Now please go home. Let me take it from here.
Can do, Shepard. And thanks. It's really good to have you back.
Welcome back, babe. Can I get you anything? Sorry, no sex. Just cleaned the bar.
Just looking around.
Pleasure as always.
If this is the best you have, I'll make do. But you're certain the neural simulators are compatible with both my suit and asari physiology?
Absolutely. In fact, I use this model at home.
Listen, I know the data is vital to the Kurosa family. Asana Dantius didn't give us time to pack.
Does living at a higher altitude make you more intelligent? Our report may surprise you. New data commissioned by the architectural
You can sell something that dangerous with just a contract and a waiver?
These are the terminus systems. Everything's dangerous.
What about you? Going to try and make it as a commando?
I'm buying that for sure. Amplifier plates increases power damage. I'll take damage protection though. It's pretty great. Can't afford anything else. However, I would like this, and I'll be back for it later.
Why not? Every Asari has biotics. Might as well use them, right? Damn, that's a hell of a sniper rifle.
If you say so.
Okay, I'm not going to buy any more fish because I'm pretty crap at caring for them. I will, however, buy the models.
Oh, blue rose of Illium, let your roots dig deep into the hot soil of Tuchanka. Let our scorching sun and sheeting rain turn your supple beauty into strength. For if our love is to survive, it must grow thorns to pierce the hand of any that would uproot it. Blue rose of Illium, you have blossomed in a tower of glass and plastic. But beauty under glass is untested and weak. Where are your honored dead to fertilize the ground that you might grow strong? On the rocky plains of Tuchanka, I will build you a garden from the bones of my ancestors. Blue rose of Illium, leave eternity unembraced and grapple in the glorious struggle that is us, here and now. I am speechless, not with blood rage, but with love. And I stand here, humble and mute, to offer you a home. Come to me, blue rose of Illium. Let our three hearts beat as two.
Oh, 3 hearts as 2, right? Because Krogan have 2 hearts.
Oh, blue rose of Illium.
What do you want? Sorry, that damn Krogan's love poems are getting on my nerves.
Oh,
Is that Krogan bothering you?
No, you don't need to hurt him or anything. He's harmless. Which, I know, Krogan, so it's hard to believe. His name is Char. We're kind of dating, but, well, we're on a break. And he's trying to show me how sensitive he is by, well, wooing me. It's really bad.
It doesn't seem common for Asari to date Krogan. What brought you two together?
He's a fun guy, really smart, especially for a Krogan. And he's got a good job as a transport technician. It's fun to join a mercenary guild or dance at bars for a few centuries, but eventually you hit the matron stage, you know? Then you get your back tattoo removed, let your scalp go back to its natural blue, and settle down with someone dependable.
Why are the two of you on a break?
He's serious. Serious, as in talking about kids. Char is a great guy to date, but for something permanent... Krogans live long lives. It's not like dating a human where you just stick it out for a century till they die. No offense. It made me wonder if he really likes me, or if he just wants kids. He can't have them any other way, you know, because of the genophage.
That sounds like a question you should ask him.
I did. I don't think he realized that our kids would always have been Asari. Non-Asari don't always get that we're not taking alien DNA, we're just using it to randomize some of the genetic information. Anyway, Char was quiet for a long time. Then he said that he'd love our girls no matter what color they were.
You need to talk to your boyfriend. He's just gonna keep shouting poetry until you do.
I know, but it's tough. I like him a lot. Hell, I love him. But I don't know if he's permanent Bond material.
To be honest, I feel like it's not my place to decide that. I have just met them. I have no idea how good they were together. Like, she says she loves him. She has some reservations, but she says she loves him. And, you know, it's difficult to judge, again, because I don't know her or him. For me, love is such a strong word that once I would be even able to say that I love someone, I would be certain that I want to be with that person. That's how love works in my mind. But like, I feel it's not exactly my place to tell her what she should do. But you know, worst case scenario, they can still break up later on, right? It's not like, you know, there's no law that says they have to stick it out forever later on if it doesn't work. So, you know, at least make an effort.
Look at him. He's obviously crazy about you.
Is he? I mean, what if he just wants to have kids? Am I just his baby-making machine? He said I wasn't, but...
If he said that, then you either trust him, so you have nothing to worry about, or you don't, and you've already decided.
I guess I hadn't thought about it like that. And I do trust him. If he said it. I'm going to talk to him. Here, I've given you a discount at the terminal. Thanks for the help.
Oh damn it, I should have bought the...
What about a fish? She loves the garden. We could add a pond.
She doesn't need a fish, Dad.
Maybe a shirt. Or a card. Illium. Hey, you're blue shifting already. That's funny, right? Asari skin color and the Doppler effect?
Dad, just get her anything. Or don't.
I need to get her something. A memento. Her first mate. Your father? He got her things when he traveled.
It's not a competition, Dad.
You don't even really remember him. And she found me after he died. And I'm almost 35.
Hey, I remember him. And I want to remember you. That's why I came on this trip.
Not a fish. Something that'll last. You'll make sure she keeps it.
Yeah. I'll make sure.
How about this one? When anything goes, it goes to Illium. That's kind of funny.
Mom will love it.
What about a fish? She loves the garden.
This is kind of
We could add
sad,
one.
you know,
She doesn't
because
need a fish.
It's just we're looking for weapons.
he's
Shouldn't you be
a
taking
Salarian
this seriously?
who's
Hey,
dying
I'm 60
of
years
old
old and
age,
finally out of my parents' house. And
and he's looking for some kind of a memento that his wife and daughter, well, I guess it's not his daughter, it's his stepdaughter or whatever. It's his wife's daughter from the previous marriage, that they will remember him with, after he dies, which is going to be very soon, and they are going to continue living for hundreds of years.
I don't know, that still sounds like an awful thing to legalize.
All the danger.
No, I haven't had any luck yet. She insists it was legal. I don't know. I'm going to call in a favor and have a friend examine the contract. Shepard. I don't suppose you'd remember me. I'm Shiala. We met on Feros during the Geth attack. Saren had given me to the Thorian creature as a slave, and you killed it. And saved me. I promised to help Zeus Hope recover. I'm actually here on Illium for just that purpose.
How is Zeus Hope doing?
We've done a lot of rebuilding. We even salvaged some useful material from the Geth ship you destroyed. The Exogeny researchers got called back to their headquarters, however, along with what was left of the Thorian.
Is it Exogeny pushing colonists around again? Or did the Thorians somehow survive our fight?
No. Exogeny has been very supportive of Zeus Hope. They actually seem to want to help us survive, and the Thorian is dead. Though, after all you went through to kill it, I understand your concern. I fear that after our adventure on Feros, my purpose on Illium will seem mundane by comparison.
Is there something I can do to help?
I'd appreciate it. I've reached the limits of my diplomatic abilities, and I prefer not to start trouble. Some of the colonists had health problems as a result of the Thorian control. We hired a colonial survey group to do some medical scans, but the medical contract apparently allows the company to perform invasive procedures without our consent. That's why I'm here.
Wait a minute. Shiala, you were only green when the Thorian made you a clone. The real you was blue, like normal Asari.
Those health problems I said were related to the Thorian control. This is mine. A few months after the Thorian died, my skin pigment changed. My biotic abilities are unstable as well. I'm also having vivid dreams about my time with the Thorian. It is disconcerting.
What kind of health problems did the colonists have?
Headaches or muscle spasms similar to what they experienced while under Thorian control. Sometimes the colonists near another former Thorian victim shared sensations like heat or pain. It has to be a result of trace amounts of the Thorian's parasitic spores. You can see why we'd want it studied and cured.
Tell me more about the contract you signed for these scans.
Barrier Frontiers was interested in our problem. They offered to perform medical scans and deliver treatment for next to nothing. I should have known it was too good to be true, but we were desperate. In the fine print, we apparently agreed to let them perform invasive follow-up procedures if they deem it valuable, which they have.
Can they actually force these procedures on you?
No, but they can declare us in breach of contract, which means we're responsible for the full price we would have paid normally. Zeus Hope just got back on its feet. There's no way we can afford that, Shepard.
I'll talk to the survey group.
I appreciate it, Shepard. The Barrier Frontiers representative knows about the issue.
I saw your conversation, human. You're here to complain about the medical contracts those colonists from Feros signed. I suggest you leave. Your life is short enough. Do not waste what time you have bothering me.
What's your problem with humans?
Not just humans, it's all of you. The Solarians and Turians are no better.
The galaxy would be a better place if nobody but the Asari had ever dragged themselves out of the primordial muck.
Why are you so prejudiced against aliens?
Phew, where do I begin? With Solarian explorers unleashing the Rachni upon us, then unleashing the Krogan to correct their mistake? Or the Turians, so eager to bomb every problem away? Or humans, the new arrivals who already think they should be in charge? Every war that has plagued this galaxy has been caused by your people. My people's deaths are on your hands.
Actually, I don't want to use this because I think it will advance the conversation, so I kind of goofed by clicking that first.
You really think this is legal? Maybe Illium's contract analyst should look it over.
You ignorant yokel. I was negotiating contracts when your ancestors were still burning witches and enslaving each other. I haven't lost a contract dispute in 70 years. Try me.
Perhaps we could work out different tests. Something that will work for both sides.
If the colonists were not willing to abide by the terms of the contract, they should not have signed it. The onus is not upon me to accommodate them.
I thought Asari preferred to mate with other races for genetic diversity.
A short-sighted mistake perpetrated by the same self-hating malcontents who spawned the hateful term pureblood. We hardly need your alien DNA to randomize genetic material. A little radiation would work just as well. You provide no diversity, no new insights, no advancement. You bring only chaos and senseless deaths. Ah!
You seem to forget that a human saved you from Saren and the Geth.
The Geth created by the idiotic Quarians? That a rogue Turian Spectre led in an attack? The Geth didn't start with the Citadel. They attacked your human colony, Eden Prime, first. You humans brought the Geth upon us. You and the Turians are the Quarians. My people's deaths are on your hands.
Whose deaths are we talking about exactly?
The mother of my daughters was killed on the Quarian homeworld during the initial Geth uprising. My daughters died on the Citadel when the Geth attacked. One worked in the embassy. The other was a greeter for the consort. I'm not speaking in hypotheticals, human. The aliens will never be my allies. The best they can do is give me useful medical data.
Why was your bondmate on the Quarian homeworld?
Studying the Quarians. Not their technology, but their music. She loved all their art. Said they had old souls. I think that's where my daughters got it from. Both of them loved talking with people, exploring new cultures.
They sound like wonderful people. The galaxy is lesser for their loss.
Yes, it is.
Do you think they'd want you to do this?
I'm not. I didn't. Oh. I'm sending an amended contract. No more tests, no fees. There's enough grief in this galaxy. I don't need to add to it.
Okay, I can also buy the star charts for new systems here, which I am going to buy them all and then explore them.
Did you get the star charts?
Yeah. I had to deal with Arinya, though. I feel like I need a shower.
What do you expect? She's a pureblood. They're all like that.
You know Arinya won't even talk to the non-Asari customers. It's like she's turned pureblood into her religion or something.
I heard she lost her daughters when the Geth attacked the Citadel.
Right. I'm sure she was a pleasure to deal with before that. She's the last of a dying breed. Won't be many pureblood Asari left in a few generations.
I feel kind of sad for her.
Don't. I heard she married an Asari herself, had pure blood kids. She's part of the problem.
Purebloods are a waste of genetic potential. That's how we get throwbacks like the Ardat Yakshi.
Hey, I don't like purebloods either, but that's going a little far.
They should be prohibited from breeding.
What was your father again?
Salarian.
Oh. So... you probably never really got to know him, did you?
Shut up. You got the damn star charts? Let's go. Did you get the star charts?
Yeah.
You did it. I just got the revised contracts. Thank you, Shepard. You've saved Zoo's hope again. I don't think I could have... Is it always like this? Yesterday's problems lingering in some new form. Isn't anything ever just fixed?
You've got the power to make a difference, Shiala. Not everyone does.
You're right. You gave us a chance by saving the colony. I can't let them down. I won't. Thank you for what you've done here, Shepard. I'll keep doing what I can. Maybe sometime when I'm not organizing the colony and you're not doing whatever you do.
You know Irinia won't even talk to the non-Asari customers. It's like she's turned pureblood into her religion.
Okay, I have to pause for a second. I'll talk with the police officer in a bit, but for now, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, let's talk to this officer here.
Can I help you with something?
I'm looking for an Asari warrior named Samara.
Wait, why? Do you have a problem, or did she kill somebody already?
Relax, I just need to speak with her.
Good. Samara's the first Justicar I've seen on Illium. If I'm lucky, things will stay peaceful. She went to the commercial spaceport a few hours ago. If you want to get there, the pedestal on that balcony will summon a cab. Just be polite when you meet her. Justicars embody our highest laws, and they usually stay in Asari space. She's not used to dealing with aliens.
Tell me about the Justicars.
They're a monastic order. They've given up their families and possessions to follow their code. Most of them are on some lifelong mission, but they'll always stop to deal with any injustice they encounter, which can be a problem. In some ways, they're a lot like the Spectres, undertaking personal missions.
Spectres are authorized by the Council. Who do Justicars represent?
What? That's like, I don't know, a good human metaphor. They represent their code, our code. It's closer to a religious group than a legal branch. No law-abiding Asari would question a Justicar's orders. Nobody becomes a Justicar for personal gain. And they die before breaking their oaths.
Wait, there was another option to ask about aliens. Why doesn't it exist anymore? I wanted to ask it.
Is Samara really that dangerous?
If you follow the laws, you've got nothing to fear. And a Justicar would die without hesitation to protect the innocent. But their code orders them to stop lawbreakers, with lethal force in most cases, and everyone skirts the law somehow on Illium. If someone tried to bribe her, she'd be obliged to gun them down as a matter of honor. I'm hoping to avoid that.
Why are you worried about other species coming into contact with her?
If a Justicar kills an Asari, none of us questions it. But if she killed a human... Do you think the Alliance would understand her actions and respect her authority? You can't even figure out your own religions. It's a big diplomatic incident just waiting to happen.
To be honest, it seems to me that a culture that has religiously sanctioned vigilantes who go around killing people based on some ancient code and answer to no one do not really have a leg to stand on when it comes to judging human cultures for being like wrong or primitive or implying that they don't have their shit figured out, because the Justicars are even stupider than the Spectres, and that's saying much because I dislike the way Spectres are set up in the first place. I think that's very unbecoming for a democratic galactic society to have such an organization. But the Justicars are even dumber because with the Spectres at least there is some kind of legal oversight from the council. But with the Justicars, it's literally they answer to God. Like, well, obviously not to God. That's a metaphor. The Asari, they have like different religions and beliefs and whatever, but they are vigilantes based on religious codes, and there's no oversight whatsoever, and they just do whatever they want, supposedly sticking to some ancient code of religious rules. And everybody just accepts that at face value. Like, that strikes me as ridiculously primitive. That's, we as humanity, we have moved from that way of viewing religion, well, in most places, like 100 years ago. In a modern, developed country on Earth, if someone went around, beating people up and saying he was doing God's work, best case scenario, you'd think he's, insane, and, and have him locked up as a crazy person, in a psychiatric institution. And worst case scenario, they would be just gunned down as a terrorist. You just can't do that. And the Asari, they are supposedly so advanced, and they have this tendency of being a little paternalistic towards the other species. Like, they are not outwardly acting like they're superior, but there is an undertone to a lot of what they're saying or doing, that is like, oh, those other races of the galaxy, they are like children, they need our guidance. But this is a remarkably backwards sort of way of thinking, and I'm totally not impressed with that.
I'm looking for Samara.
Like I said, she's at the commercial spaceport. You can hail a cab at the pedestal on that balcony over there.
Thanks for your help.
Good luck with the Justicar. Try not to piss her off.
Okay, before I go to either her or Thane, there's a bunch of terminals that Liara wants me to hack.
For example, you know that new drug, the one that causes permanent neural scarring? That's horrible. There's a 12-page contract for shipping, then a waiver for use.
Report on notorious assassin being Feros. While Illium News did credit Feros' legendary skill and heritage, no offense to the Drell community was intended. Illium News does not encourage or
know the data is
prejudice
vital to the
against any
Feros
sentient
family.
species.
Didn't give us time to pack.
Unintentional misstatements implying otherwise. Illium is the gateway to the Traverse, but is that gate open too wide? Investment think tanks are noting.
Shepard, it's good to see you again. Thank you for getting me that system data. Here, it's not much, but hopefully it will help you on your mission. Do you remember the Shadow Broker? With the data you got me, I may be able to find information caches from his agents.
Are you on the run from the Shadow Broker? I can help you.
Actually, it would be more accurate to say that the Shadow Broker is on the run from me. We crossed paths not long after you died. Since then, I've been working to take him down. With this data, I'm a step closer.
I've never seen you ready to execute someone in cold blood. What did the Shadow Broker do to you?
I was on a job with a friend. The Shadow Broker's people caught us. My friend didn't escape. I don't know if he's dead or being interrogated. But I need to find him. I owe him my life. And I need to make the Shadow Broker pay for what he did.
You can't come with me because you're after the Shadow Broker? What if I help you find him?
I'm sorry, Shepard. The galaxy doesn't work that way. I need to find leads, trace information. I need to work. I can't do that on the Normandy. I wish I could.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do.
Thanks, Shepard. I will. Now, is there anything else I can help you with?
How's your own work going?
The data you gave me was extremely helpful. It gave me a target. The Shadow Broker has several contacts here on Illium. The most powerful is someone called the Observer. Taking down the Observer will put me closer to the Shadow Broker. I could use your help.
Tell me what I can do to help.
Your data pointed me at logs kept by Shadow Broker agents. The logs were deleted, but it may be possible to reconstruct some of it. The Shadow Broker is cautious. His agents are referred to only by their title and race.
My inquiries have narrowed the Observer down to one of 5 operatives. A Turian, a Salarian, a Krogan, a Batarian, and a Vorcha.
If you can refine the list, I'll know where to strike.
Do you have any specifics on these agents?
I'm afraid not. Nyxeris was lucky to get as much as she did.
I was happy to help, ma'am.
The data is our only hope of determining which one is the Observer. And if we wait too long, they'll all disappear.
I'll reconstruct the data and tell you what I find.
Thank you, Shepard. When you find something, call me on the radio channel we used in the old days. I can't risk handling this in person.
I'll talk to you later, Liara.
Hello, Commander Shepard. Liara will be pleased to see you.
I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander.
Nosastra has recently received an unexpected visitor in the form of a rare Justicar calling herself Samara. Samara denied our request for an interview, leaving us in the dark about what brought a Justicar to the fringes of asari space. Nevertheless, Illium News
Vorcha Trader has requested no further contact with the Salarian. Salarian is becoming more trouble than he's worth. Observer recommends a kill, but she may have a grudge. Oh, actually, I don't even need the other, because usually you're supposed to get like 5 of them, but I'm pretty sure by this alone you can already deduce that it's none of those, because the observer is a woman. Like, it's, you know, Observer recommends a kill, but she may have a grudge. So the she refers to the Observer, so you know, it's neither of the men that I was pointed towards. I wonder if I can point it out already, because this is data point 5. I'm supposed to like find it last or whatever, which is interesting because it's like the closest one to her office, so I'm not sure.
Shepard, did you get any information on the Observer?
Okay, I guess I do have to actually find them all.
Let me search for more data. I'll get back to you.
Thank you. Let me know what you find.
But I'm pretty sure this is kind of backwards, because none of the others contain this crucial piece of information with the pronoun she, as far as I remember anyway. Turian contact working well with the trader. Observer has rescinded kill order against him, given difficulty in securing contact with the trader through other methods.
Are you shorting prefabs?
Why not? I did it after Eden Prime. Paid for new exosuits for my kids.
You're insane.
A trader to kill the Batarian claims it was because he hates slavers, but the men were more likely fighting over money. Watch for now.
so gangly and asymmetrical. You want to know a secret? I had it done a few years back. Galactic Beauty Solutions. You should really give them a call.
How can you short sell on prefabs after these human colony attacks? They're going to see a ton of business.
The Turian is asking too many questions. Observer recommends terminating him and framing assassin or Salarian contact.
Discipline, teamwork, confidence. When you join the Blue Suns mercenary group,
We'll figure something out. Stop worrying.
There's a literal slave broker here, and I can get involved, which I will in a moment. The smuggler and assassin have refused to work with the Vorcha due to the lack of trust. Ought to see scruples from the men at this point. Yeah, so I guess the others are circumstantially useful because, for example, the Turian's asking too many questions, Observer recommends to kill him and blame the Salarian, so you know the Observer is not the Turian or the Salarian because it's like a third person in this conversation. And so on, but for example, the Vorcha is here, the Salarian, blah blah, and the Observer is again like a third person outside of the ones mentioned. But the most crucial point of information, which is not repeated in any of other data points, is that the Observer is a she, which should be enough to invalidate all of the other targets. But you can't do that until you get all of the points.
All 5 of the suspects are male. The Observer is female. Something's not right. Who gave you this lead?
My assistant, Nixeris. She got the information. Nixeris gave me the information. Nixeris, could I see you in here for a moment? Shepard, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, as you could see, her secretary was always sort of creepily standing in the background, listening in on our conversations. So now you know why. Let's talk to this slave broker and see what the deal is about.
It's okay, I'll think of something.
You said Synthetic Insights would buy me. You said it was an easy sale.
I assumed they would want an AI tech. Hello, can I help you with something?
Have you made this Quarian your slave?
We prefer the term indentured servants. Before you do anything hasty, know that this Quarian signed the agreement voluntarily, and her servitude contract is completely legal on Illium. If you actually want to help the Quarian, convince the Synthetic Insights representative to purchase her contract.
So slavery is legal on Illium?
Indentured servitude lasts a set amount of time or until agreed upon conditions are met. Illium must approve all contracts. The law limits what restraint or corrective options I can use and what tasks I can legally assign her. I'm also legally responsible for her behavior and health. Abuse is absolutely forbidden.
Why did this Quarian sign herself into slavery?
I tried to play the stock market. I'm good with numbers, and I thought I had a way to make unlimited money. I lost everything. Then I got a credit line and lost that. Then I took out an illegal loan. You get the picture.
As part of our agreement, I paid off her debts. 5 years from now, she'll have a fresh start and excellent work references.
Yeah, I really do not buy it. As I said already when first visiting Illium, I think there's too much potential for abuse with an indentured servitude system that's dependent on private citizens. I do not necessarily have a problem with making prisoners work as part of their sentence, doing like, you know, public works or, you know, construction on public projects or whatever, something to benefit, you know, society at large. Thus, you know, working off the debt towards the society that they've harmed, you know, with their crime. But here, you know, entering into indentured servitude for debts to a private citizen, like they say it's all regulated and stuff, but how well can you really control it if you know, everybody has their own contracts? And like, for example, it's generally kind of akin to certain, like, for example, to work in countries where there are very lax labor laws, where, you know, libertarians would say, oh, people in sweatshops, like, they actually, it's beneficial for them that they have work, even in very difficult or dangerous conditions, because otherwise they would starve or whatever. And, you know, there is maybe some truth to that, but what I'm trying to say is that there are different modes of coercion other than pointing a gun at someone's head. She's broke. She can't, you know, she supposedly agreed to a contract, but even outside of slavery, you know, in everyday markets, people do sign contracts that are not beneficial to them, because they are not learned in the law, and for example, they don't have money, or they don't even have the knowledge necessary to hire a proper legal representation. They are basically being duped. That happens all the time, you know, in the free market, and it's technically legal sometimes, but here it's still technically legal, but the stakes are a lot higher because you're literally signing over your own freedom. You know, signing a contract that you might not necessarily fully understand, or that might be full of like legal loopholes or, you know, things, because your master, your holder, is most likely much more wealthy than you are. You know, she's broke, that's why she signed the contract in the first place, so she can't exactly afford to have like a lawyer look up the contract or whatever. She's probably signing what they give her.
Sounds great. Unless you lose her paperwork or come up with a reason to hold her longer.
All contracts are monitored by Illium law enforcement. In a case such as you described, the burden of proof would be on me. No system is perfect, but safeguards are set up to protect all parties.
If slavery is legal, then why are you trying to sell the Quarian?
I don't keep service contracts myself. I'm a contract broker. I assumed Synthetic Insights would jump at the chance for a skilled AI tech, but they won't even make me an offer.
What if I bought her myself? I could let her go and everyone would be happy.
A gallant offer with 3 problems. First, her technical skill merits a contract of several 100,000 credits.
There's also a fee for freeing me before my service period ends.
Exactly. And finally, you are clearly a traveler. Her service contract requires that she remain on Illium.
I don't want them to take me off to a mine somewhere.
I'll talk to the Synthetic Insights rep and see what I can do.
Really? Thank you. I'd appreciate that.
You deserve somebody who respects you.
Can I help you with something?
How would you like to get your hands on an expert Quarian AI programmer?
If you'd like to submit a resume, Wait. Is this that slave? Synthetic Insights has no interest in purchasing slave labor. We're under enough scrutiny from the Citadel without engaging in practices the Council disapproves of. To be frank, we're hardly hiring anyone. The Geth attack on the Citadel didn't engender much love for artificial intelligence.
It sounds like Synthetic Insights is worried about its reputation. Hiring this Quarian would help.
Buying a slave helps our reputation. How exactly do you figure?
Purchase the contract, minus the fee for early emancipation. Then free the Quarian and garnish wages for reimbursement.
I know the migrant fleet would be grateful, and more likely to make purchases from you.
Interesting. We look good for hiring a Quarian, and we can say that we freed slaves out of the goodness of our hearts. All right, I'll run up a contract. The board might wet its pants, but we could use the good publicity. This Quarian had better be good, though.
Synthetic Insights just sent over the contract. I cannot thank you enough.
I'm happy to help.
Here, for your trouble. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll get this service contract transferred.
Thank you. I'll stay out of trouble this time.
Okay, so having emancipated that person, or rather having delivered them from actual slavery to wage slavery, in which a lot of people languish anyway, let us get back to Liara.
Alright. Let's do it.
We at Illium Entertainment stand by our product, which puts a Hanar in the lead role and notes the growing
Shepard, it's good to see you again. Nixeris had some interesting data hidden away. Thank you, Shepard. I wouldn't have caught her without you. I'm one step closer to the Shadow Broker thanks to you. Here. Nixeris was very well compensated. You need it more than I do.
Did you have any trouble with Nixeris?
She was very talented. I imagine that had she been ordered to assassinate me, I had never seen her coming. But her barriers needed practice. Practice I'm afraid she won't be getting.
What's the next step in your hunt?
Now I gather information, peel away layers of lies, and shine light into the shadows. And when I find the Shadow Broker, I hit him with a biotic field so strong that what's left of his body will fit into a coffee cup.
That anger can't be just from what you've told me. What else happened between you and the Shadow Broker?
Did Cerberus ever tell you how they recovered your body? I gave it to them. I gave you to them, Shepard. Because they said they could rebuild you. And to do that, I had to take it from the Shadow Broker, who was going to sell your corpse to the collectors.
Why didn't you tell me about this before now?
Because I screwed it up, Shepard. I barely escaped with my own life. And when I gave you to Cerberus, I told myself I was doing it for you. For a chance to bring you back. But I knew Cerberus would use you for their own business. And I let it happen. Because I couldn't let you go. I'm sorry.
Well, you know, it's kind of fucked up, but on the other hand, living is kind of swell, so, you know, I do think she had good intentions, all in all.
You did the right thing, Liara. My mission is important. I couldn't do it if you hadn't given me to Cerberus.
Thank you. I was afraid you'd hate me. So that's why I must destroy the Shadow Broker. For what he did to my friend, and to you, and whatever he's doing with the collectors.
Is there anything else you need from me?
No. You've done enough. If I find anything useful, I'll let you know. For now, I need to do what I do. Now, is there anything else I can help you with?
Now, I do have crucial info on the Shadow Broker, but I will talk with her about it later, once I wrap up all of the other things.
I'll talk to you later, Liara.
Once I wrap up all of the other things on Illium.
Tired of training employees only to lose them to your competitors? Perhaps Indentutech can help, the leading provider of cutting-edge indentured service. Indentutech can provide contract guaranteed labor for any technical area. Contact Indentutech.
Listen, I know the data is vital to the Kurosa family. Asana Dantius didn't give us
Another difficult development for human expansion as the colony on Horizon has been attacked. The Council has suggested that the attacks are attracting...
You can sell something that dangerous with just a contract and a waiver?
These are the terminus systems. Everything's dangerous, and everything's for sale. Either we tax and monitor
I will go and meet Samara. Oh wait, actually, calling a cab is this way.
I'm telling you, relax. Vax will never notice a few missing pieces. No, I can't get in. Because it's a crime scene. It's all locked down. Eclipse mercs, some Justicar, I don't know. Nobody is ever going to see the extra merchandise, which is why we're going to be rich.
But I will do it next time, because this episode has been long enough. So I'm going to save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!